Okay, everybody, I've gotten tons of questions about how I create journals and books on Canva, even ebooks. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and hopefully in under 15 minutes, I'm going to teach you all how to create your own journal that you can sell on any platform, including KDP, or you can use other sites as well. Okay, so journals are just a great way to earn passive income. I've been creating them for over a year and I love them. And speaking of things I love, I absolutely love Canva. So here I am in Canva's back office and I'm going to walk you through the steps of how to create your own journal. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go to create a design and I'm going to use custom size and I'm going to go ahead and size it at 8.5 by 11. And once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and click create design. And while that page is loading, I just want to go ahead and let you all know I am using Canva Pro. It's between $12.99 and $14.99 per month, and it is so worth it for all that you get. So I'm going to head over to this search tab under Elements, and I'm going to go ahead and design the cover first and foremost. So I'm just going to search for floral because I think I want to work with floral today. So I'm going to go ahead and search for floral. And okay, let me look it through these. Let's see. Okay. I think I see something that I like. I'm just going to search down a little bit more. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and select this floral. And it really doesn't look too good with the white background. So I'm going to go ahead to change the background color now. Okay, the black looks a little bit better. I think the black goes better with this design. So I'm just going to go ahead and stretch it out. As you see, I'm just stretching the ends out. I'm going to pull it all the way out. And I like that a lot better. So I'm thinking that I'm going to go with that design. So yeah, I like that so much better. And if the hangover is getting on your last nerve, you can go ahead and adjust that as well. But it really is not going to come up when you save it as a PDF. So you can go ahead and crop those sections in if you just really want to do something extra, as you see that I'm doing right here right now. All of that, it really is not going to matter again once you save this as a PDF, which is what you're going to do later on. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I want to title this journal. So I'm going to go back to Elements and I'm going to go to the shapes in under Elements and I'm going to choose this little square box and I'm going to insert it. And once I do that, I'm going to kind of size it and center it. Now, Canva is so great because it actually helps you to center things with their guidelines. So it's basically going to assist you in making sure everything is centered. And that's one of the things I love about Canva. So I'm going to go ahead and play with colors here to try to decide what I want the title box color to be. So let me play with a few colors and see what I like. The thing about it is if you don't like something or if you make a blunder, you can always go use the back arrow and go back. So I'm just going to play with these colors. I don't too much like this green, so let me try some more colors. You know, I think I'm just going to go with white. Yeah, I'm going to go with white. So the next thing that I am going to do is I want to add some trim to this. And using Canva, you're going to get used to keywords to search for different things, elements that you want to add to your journal or any project that you may be doing with Canva. So I'm going to play around with some of these. Yeah, I don't really like the way this is panning out whatsoever. So I think I'm going to try something else. Let me look. Yeah, this one isn't stretching the way I want it to. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this one out and try something else because this one isn't working for me. And again, like I said, you could just go and hit that arrow and go back. So, okay, this is nice. I think I'm going to go with this to put inside of the title box on the front cover of the book, but I don't like that gold color. So guess what? I'm going to go ahead up to the color section and I'm going to change it to black. Yeah, I like that a lot better. I'm going to go with the black. So much better. And here's the thing I love too about Canva. I know you guys hear me say I love, love, love because I do love Canva. Okay, so you actually, when I'm going to put it on this side, all you have to do is go up and flip it. And once you flip it, it's going to automatically align in the opposite direction. So I'll straighten that out a little bit later. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and add the heading. And Canva has a lot of great fonts, but one of the other good things about Canva is it will allow, if you have fonts that you've purchased, you can upload those fonts as well. But I've never really had to do that because Canva has such a wide range of different fonts to choose from that you really couldn't even go through them all. And sometimes I just go from alphabet to alphabet and I never can get through them all. So I'm going to play around with this and try to come up with what I like. Let's see what happens. And so now that I see I have something I like, I'm going to go ahead and move these frame decorative pieces around to make sure that it covers all the white section. So I'm gonna do that now. And yeah, I like that. Looks pretty good. Making sure it's centered and all of that. Looks good. Great. Okay, so just looking at some fonts a little bit more. I like this. So like I'm going to go ahead and line this up a little bit better, clean it up, make it look really nice. Again, Canva is great. It's terrific for making sure that your lines are centered. It really helps to guide you in that way. Over time, you will develop an eye where you won't even need the guidelines the more you work with it because you'll start to understand kind of where the center is. So the more you do it, the more proficient you'll become. That looks good. So now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and click Add Page. And we're going to change that to white because that really wouldn't be a good journal page to be black because it's time to add the interior. So now we're going to go ahead and just go back to elements. And once we go back to elements, well, I'm going to go ahead and add a line. And that line is going to kind of be where people write their name in the journal. Yeah, and then we'll go ahead and add some other lines like that. So we'll go ahead and kind of stretch these lines out. Okay, these are really light, so I'm going to adjust the color and the weight of these lines. And you can do that just like this by going up and clicking, and you can play around. You'll, like I said, learn how to do all of this, but if you adjust the weight of the line, it just is going to give it a more dark look. You definitely don't ever want it to be too dark when you're doing your lines because this is going to print pages back to back, so you don't want it to be too heavy. I like to choose a weight around 2 for my lines because I think that's a nice weight for people to want to be able to write on. So again, you really don't want to go too heavy with the weight of the lines. So the thing about Canva, I'm going to go ahead and add another line right here. And the thing about Canva is that it allows you to group. So I'm going to drag this up like this and group all 3 of these lines. And then I'm just going to duplicate them. And I'm going to do that, just drag that down like that. Looks okay. I need to pull it up just a little bit. All right, that looks better. And then you just duplicate it and just go all the way down the page duplicating. You could do 4 lines, however many you want, before you group them together and duplicate them. So once you highlight the section, it'll automatically pop up duplicate, and you can duplicate the lines and then just paste those lines over and over until you fill your page. Now I'm going to go and add some decoration. I think I want to put a flower in here. So sometimes I put the flower at the bottom, but I think I'm going to put the flower at the top today. So I'm going to play around with that and look at different flowers. So I like this flower, and I'm going to go ahead and move it to the top and resize it. And you just crop it and kind of move it to where you want it. Again, you could put it at the bottom of the page or however you want to give it that extra nice, crisp, professional look. Again, I'm going to put mine up at the top. And I'm noticing that the name line is not where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to go ahead and move that over. And again, sometimes you have to kind of play with it. I don't know why my mouse is sticking today, but let me get that moved over because that's really not aligned. So let me make some adjustments here and see what's going on. Okay. Let's get it to work. Oh, there we go. It's moving a little bit. And this is, Canva makes it really convenient to move things. So what's happening right now is actually just happening with my keyboard. All right, so that looks better. So this is looking pretty good. This is looking pretty good. I like the way this is turning out. Nice. So now I'm just going to make sure that I adjust that and get it where I want it. That looks good. And there's one thing I forgot that I want to do. I'm going to add a page because I want to make sure we add a This Book Belongs To page. So we're going to go ahead and add a page. And then we're going to add the lines. I'm just going to copy the line from the bottom. You can just go back and reinsert a whole new line, but I'm just going to copy. This is one method that I use. I just copy the line, move it, stretch it out, and place the This Book Belongs To information. And that looks good. I'm just going to make a copy of the flower and drag it up to this page, stretch it out. There are so many things you all can do with this, and for the purposes of this video, I just want to keep everything cohesive and make sure everything is matching. And that's why I'm going to do it this way. And then this journal belongs to... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and resize it. Yeah, because that's pretty big. So I'm going to resize it. Yep. Look at some of the different fonts. And you should have a list over here that says recent fonts so that if you want to make sure everything is the same and matching inside of your journal, you can do that. Okay, so Sometimes you have to refresh your page because if it doesn't show up, that's usually why. And you may decide, like I'm doing right now, that maybe you don't want it to be the same as the cover. So it really is, you know, based on your choice and what it looks like to you. And you think about your audience and what they'll possibly like, or someone who's purchasing a journal. Well, it looks pretty good. So actually, I think I'm going to move it up here. Yeah. All right. Move that down just a little bit. Move that over. And again, it's just for the purposes of the video. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the interior page just by pressing duplicate. And I'm going to do that over and over until all of the pages are duplicated that I want to duplicate up to. Most times I do between 60 and 80 pages for the interior. Once all the pages are duplicated, you're going to go ahead and download a PDF version of this beautiful piece of art you just created. And then once you do that, you can open it. And I'm going to open mine and take a look at it. Success, it tells you when it's downloaded. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the work now. See what it looks like. Wow. I like this. It looks really good. This is nice. Beautiful. In just a few short moments, we've created a beautiful journal. And this journal can go up on KDP. To get more content like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.